What's up, everybody? My name is Berlyn.
My name is Irva.
And my name is Rodny. This is the DVD podcast, and today we're going to be talking about relationships, love languages, and love in general. So stay tuned and enjoy.
Welcome back to Different by Default. This is season 3.
You the only guy with like no mic, so it's just
Ain't no got no mic
your
either.
clap is more effective. I'm trying to be like this and everything. It's not working out.
So how's everyone doing out there? Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode. So we're just about to get it started. And I'm going to introduce my guest with me right now. I got returning guests Rodny and Irva. This way. And we have a new guest with us. We have Berlyn with us.
Hey,
What's going on?
How you doing?
So, Berlyn.
My fault. I thought it was
My fault. It's just like it's kind of hard. Like, man, I got you right there. You get a knee slap.
Everyone already knows you too. So we're just going to give Berlyn like quick 2 minutes to tell everybody about herself. And we're just going to get into the topic. So,
If you need 5, go ahead, man.
Okay, so hey everybody. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. My name is Berlyn. Am I supposed to do my interests? Like, what do I do?
a little brief biography.
Brief biography. Okay. I be singing sometimes, and
Okay. The way she threw, she was yeah, like that's
very
me.
good singer. And I love the Lord. He's great, and I like to eat a lot. So yeah,
What's your favorite type of food?
Chinese food.
Chinese food.
That's my favorite.
You
That
can
is-
like your go-to all the time.
That is my go-to Chinese food.
You ever realize there's no Chinese food ads?
Thank you.
Chinese food ads.
Because they don't need it.
I'm in the hood. That's the almost
And
advertisement
then
you
personal
need.
like drivers.
That's true. That's very, very true.
You think they need somebody else to take money from them? No.
I can't.
so
That and hair salons or
And chicken
beauty
shacks. You
supply
never
shops.
find ads for chicken shacks, though.
Nah.
That's true.
bro.
Yeah.
so
It's word to mouth.
It's in the hood. That's the most advertisement you need.
I can't.
That's facts.
I've been trying to advocate for drive-through Chinese, like actual drive-through Chinese spots.
There's one place.
Besides
I
Panda,
think
what is it?
Central Ave,
Panda
right?
Express.
Panda
Don't go to
Express,
Dragon
but
Garden?
that's not. Yeah, that's fast
Right.
food.
I feel like
No, they don't. All right, so they don't like
the
this.
kitchen got a drive through though.
Panda Kitchen?
Yeah, but that's on 22, and that's like bougie Chinese food.
Yeah.
Nah,
that's what I'm
this is
saying.
one place on like I'm not sure you even go there,
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
on East Orange, Central Ave, is go to Dragon. It's not drive through, but like you can. It's like a pickup.
Oh,
You
just
don't gotta
pick
go
it up.
inside, but like you can just
Okay.
park your car. Just hurry up, grab your stuff.
Close
Close
enough.
the door in your face, get out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I'm gonna make a mental note, definitely.
So that's Berlyn, everyone.
Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't know the
So today's episode is going to be it's going to be part 3 of relationships. Previously we had us, the original DVD cast, and then part 2 we had Polo and Patricia. So these 3 were, gracious enough to bless us with their presence and, come on to the show. So we're just going to start off with the first question, which is, what do you think about love? And Rodny, you could be the first one to answer it.
Surprise.
Yeah, surprise. I think love is over romanticized because of like movies and everything else.
Oh,
I
I think say that.
Oh,
Not about to say that.
once you get into it, like you're actually in a relationship, and it doesn't even have to be in a relationship. Once you have like friends that are really down for you, you kind of realize what love is. It's not what you see in the movies though. It's really just 2 people or a group of people who understand that like, yo, you're not perfect, but even while you're not being perfect, I'm gonna love you anyway. I'm gonna call you out on your stuff. It doesn't mean I'm gonna just let you do whatever you want. But
The heck you look at me for? like it's not like us here too.
Is that foreshadowing?
Yo, but yeah, that's pretty much what I feel about love, and it's the same thing with your friendships as it is in your romantic relationships. It's just in your romantic relationship, it's deeper. Like, there are some things that you're not gonna share about yourself with your boys. There's also some things that you're not gonna share about yourself with your like your girl or your
significant other.
boyfriend
Or family.
at first, but eventually you will. But yeah, that's me on love.
All right.
You got the whole sermon.
So you can go ahead.
I try.
I don't know. I don't think I can top that. I agree. I think love, everyone has their own definition, which is why it gets confusing for some or miscommunication with love. But I think that was the perfect description. Like, it's how you feel about someone. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It has to be with your, how you interact with them. What you like, the vulnerability. I love in terms of not everyone deserves that, and making sure you have that with someone that is who you can trust, who understands you. I think it's a building thing. It's not something that's overnight. It's something, it's simple and deep at the same time. And I feel like that's why love is not for the immature.
Love's not for the birds.
Oh yeah, Patricia said.
Oh.
So Patricia said, she said marriage and love isn't for the birds, and we're supposed to like clip it down.
Great saying. Great saying.
Yeah, great saying. You go ahead.
Praised by Patricia.
Do the video. You go ahead.
Oh, my fault. It was distracting.
I don't know. I thought you were.
No, I'm just saying like my OC.
There. Oh, okay. No. What do I think about love? I think love is work. It's a lot of work.
Amen to that.
You really have to grow with the person. Well, I'm speaking of like romantic love, first and foremost, but you really have to grow with the person because the person is changing every day as you're changing. So you could say like, oh yeah, like I've been with them for 10 years, blah, blah, I know them, but that's so far from the truth because as you're growing and as you're evolving, they're growing and evolving. So it's kind of like you don't know the person at all. But on the flip side, when you put in that work, when you put in that commitment, it doesn't feel like work. Sometimes it might, but I think if you're really, really committed, it won't feel like a burden. Even with family, even with friendships, when you learn that person, when you learn your friends, you learn what they like, you learn what they don't like. It's a journey, I guess. For me, that's what I would say.
Can I just like real quick? It's like I agree with everything that you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I know for a fact that for me, with love especially, it was hella work at the very beginning. It's just eventually it was like, oh, okay, all that work was needed and it didn't feel like work afterwards.
Yeah.
But during that junk, it's painful. Like especially for y'all, like y'all are trying to figure out like, hey, what girl am I gonna be with? You still trying to figure out yourselves. Y'all still young. And while you're trying to figure out yourselves, you're gonna realize that there are some habits that you picked up. There are some habits that you picked up that it's gonna be hard to get rid of. But when you're in your relationship, you gotta realize it's not just me; it's me and somebody else.
Right.
And then you trying to get rid of that is going to hurt. It's gonna suck. And then you know, because you love the person, you're going to have to get rid of those habits. Whether it's the way that you raise your voice while you talking, or the fact that like, yo, you get stubborn. Like, I mean, I'm literally just naming things I had issues with. So it's you're gonna have those issues, and it's gonna suck at first. But after a while, if you with the right person, you're gonna be like, oh, I bet, like, you know, now it's cool. Like nothing. Like it's nothing.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I agree with everything that you guys are saying, especially with what you just said. But to kind of piggyback off of that,
You guys have a love language.
Do we have a love language?
I feel like everybody has a love language of showing like how, or showing like how you want to be loved. Like saying, hey, might be words of affirmation or intimate gifts or things like that.
But
So-
everyone's is different. So do you guys have like Like, what's your
actual love language? Yeah.
I mean, everybody does. You start seeing it when you see them talk to the person. They start acting different. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole different person now.
Chill.
That's
chill.
true.
That's my
Like, do you guys know?
Look, he was about to do it right there. And she not even here.
chill.
He like chill. He about to be like chill. That's my boo. I'm like, bro, I wasn't even talking about it at the
He
moment.
had to bring his
Yeah,
voice
like,
back
you see,
down an
he like-
octave. Like,
You
no,
said
but
the 5.
yes, the 5 love languages. Like, do you guys know them?
Go over our 5. So we
Over
can,
all 5. Okay, so this is so exciting.
Yo,
Oh my gosh! Like, this
I'll be honest, I feel like we heard this. I feel like we just did this with
We just did do this.
I can't remember.
Once I hit the second one,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
this
remember.
is while
like one
she's
is
saying
spiritual.
it. Think about which one you feel is
the
you.
most, the one you resonate with the most.
One is spiritual, physical.
No,
Oh,
No,
no, that's
that's the
Let her
5
be.
dimensions.
wellness, right?
Yeah, that's the 5 dimensions
Wellness.
of
Okay,
self.
okay, it
Like,
happens.
Wrong 5,
Which is
brother.
the same thing.
All right.
It's so many numbers, but yeah. So 5 love languages. It's acts of service, like you like when people do things for you. Words of affirmation, like you like when people affirm you. Quality time, you like spending time with people. Physical touch. What was the last one? Receiving gifts. Yeah, gifts. So you like to receive gifts, or you like to give gifts. So one, I think on the one side, there's a specific love language that you like to show, and then on the other side, there's a specific love language that you like to receive.
Oh, so you could be 1 and 5 or 2 and 4, like
Right.
that. Okay.
Or you can be both.
You like
You can be
zero?
both. Nah.
I mean, like,
All right.
showing is 0. I mean,
Showing is 0.
Showing you don't
I
like to
no
show.
love that language.
That's because you
I
got.
think when you find the right one, you will develop a love language.
Right.
Like
I mean,
I feel
just
like
do
you
whatever
have
I
one.
do. I just know how to treat the other person.
So you can be all 5.
Then yeah, I guess.
Or
Yeah,
how
can be
you
all 5.
receive it too. Like what's
Like
dope.
how I receive, like I mean, like I just take it as you did something for me, or like that's what I said. Like receiving is like I don't know.
It might not be up there for you,
Yeah.
but if someone says, "Hey, let's go out,"
But
or
I
wants to
give out
be with
all
you,
5 different love languages.
That's dope.
That's dope.
Bringing
Some
up these
people- I
5
do
love
that. I do
languages.
Huh?
Yeah, bringing up these 5 love languages. It's not saying that you only do one. It's saying that you favor one.
yeah.
So
No, that's
it's,
what I mean. Like favor. I don't favor any. Like I just do it.
you do.
Oh, okay.
Every single person does.
No, I do everything equally.
But you know what's funny though? Even if it's you may feel as though you have all of them equally, the person you end up in a relationship may
I
not.
do something that.
So
Yeah.
I think that's why I love the whole 5 love languages. It's not only what I like; it's also understanding what the other person likes.
That's right.
So it's definitely that
I
whole
mean, yeah,
work.
because with the different, with different relationships, yeah, I've done different things a little bit.
Okay.
I just
Do you
I
feel
just
like
do whatever I do?
one is more work than the other when in between like different
I
relationships?
feel like it depends on the person.
Okay.
'Cause
That's
I've
fair.
had a shy girl and I've had an outgoing girl. The shy girl, I feel like when it comes to like the affirmation, I was a little bit hard because she was a little bit like
What do you call that? Like
Self-centered.
no, not
Self-conscious.
yeah, like yeah, she was self. Yeah, that's the word, right?
Okay.
Self-conscious.
Yeah.
She was a little worried about herself.
Okay.
Antisocial.
So that's like something that you're good at. You're good at, like, I guess you could say
The outgoing girl, all I had to do was like, you know,
Yeah,
give her a
on
little
her side, it
compliment
seems like
every
she's not that well of, accepting in that sense of affirmation. So I get what you're saying.
I think one
Very
that actually
fascinating.
speaks for me is well, for me personally, I think it's the affirmation part.
I was gonna
Oh,
guess
of
that.
course.
I was
We-
gonna guess
I-
that.
we-
He was like,
Nobody was confused.
is my mic
Nobody
working?
was confused.
Like,
I was gonna
But
guess
like,
that one.
Carl,
for
you know your mic's working. He was like, is my mic working? Like, you know
like,
your mic
for me,
is working.
is affirmation because I feel like I could be the most confident person in the world. I am. Hi, DVD, y'all know me. But I could be the most confident person in the world, but I still need to know if we're still in this together. Like, I need to know, like, daily, like, yo, we still got this. We're still working on this, and I'm not going to leave. That's for me personally.
That's very fascinating. Yeah.
The thing that I feel like I can like give out to people, like I have no problem with quality time because I can make time for people even if I really don't want to. And gift giving, I don't know. I think I hang out with Tan too much because lately, I'm sure, like, like every time I touch something, like it's like too
It's
expensive.
hot. It's hot.
I'm sure, like,
Yo,
So-
I'm mad Haitian.
No, like
I was trying to remember. Yo, I'm like, what's he mean?
Yo,
buying everything?
Dope
Yo,
expression.
we were just at Fridays. What did he say? He was like, too much. I'm like, bro. I'm like, yo, I was just thinking in my head, you get a discount. Like,
Oh yeah. But like, so
You
it's
should
like
have endless
it's still
ads.
a lot.
We don't do it. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
What did you say? Just say.
Yeah.
Tan can answer and I'll answer after you.
Yeah, like Rose said, I think like the hardest for me to do is gift giving. Like all my relationships, my past relationship, I don't really give gifts like that. And when I do, it's like it's spinning off the dome, last minute.
or maybe used.
Huh? Whoa. That's disrespectful.
I could attest to that.
I said maybe. I don't know what you brought.
What's it called? But like when I do give it, it's from the heart. And you better accept it.
Okay.
Well,
It's a little aggressive. But
I don't really like getting gifts sometimes because, like, I think I stopped liking getting gifts at like freshman year because, like, this girl I was going out with, she literally like, Kay can be my witness. Literally after we started going out, she handed me a dead goldfish. Like, yo, here.
Whoa!
Wait, what?
Did she know it was dead?
She knew it was dead. She was like, here, I got you a present. And I'm like, what is this? Goldfish. Like, I don't
Did
want
she
it.
like
I'll keep
a
it
certain
buck with
genre
you,
of music?
like,
That's not.
as a dude, sometimes like we tend not to like to receive gifts because we always like we get our hopes broken. It's like our expectations aren't met.
I don't
So it's
know
like
because
you-
half the time the gifts that you get,
I don't think that's so. A guy
That's why.
goldfish.
That's why I'd rather a girl ask me what I want than try to figure it out.
Yeah. And that's,
You know how
that's
many
one of the
times
reasons
I
why a
done
lot of us
dropped
don't
on
like
my
gifts.
boy,
Like, you just be feeling like, hey, it don't match up.
That's a
Not even
perfect
that.
explanation
That was
of your
a bad
expectations
way.
being broken. Like,
That
I
was
wouldn't have
no-
never expected a dead goldfish.
Bro.
That was more so I had to do that.
Nah,
Was it a joke? She was like joking?
Nah, she was serious. I could tell.
I think she.
Freshman year, she like, yeah, that goldfish, yeah, you gonna like that one. The one that's
honestly,
not
to
swimming.
this day, like, I think she forgot about it. I think she forgot about it, but to this day, like, the only reason I remember it because Sam was talking about gift giving. Like, I don't know.
Nah, I gave this girl like it was Valentine's Day, her very first Valentine's Day, and like I had money, but Xbox Live took my $15, and I didn't even know. I'm thinking like someone was spending my money. No, it was a membership, and I'm like, I usually don't pay the membership because like I haven't paid my membership for 3 years. So I'm like, where does $50 go? So like, as I'm in the school, everybody all booed up and stuff, and her best friend like, oh, what you give my friend again? What you give? I'm like, it's coming. It's coming. So like, I'm with my homeboy. What's it called? I hope you're not watching this.
Just keep going, bro.
I was my
Code
homeboy.
names, code
Homeboy,
names,
like,
bro.
yo, you got something I can give my girl? He was like, I got this little teddy bear. Bro,
Why you say it like that?
I gave it to her, bro. Her eyes, what's it called? About the water. I'm like, nah, this is not really
Like,
it. She
I
really
think high
treasuring
school-
this. She really treasuring this.
High school, it
because
doesn't
it
really
came
matter.
from you. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So
You could have gave her a piece of paper.
So when I said use, you know what I'm saying, you try to make it be like, oh no.
Like,
But in the end, he was right.
Yeah.
the last Valentine's Day I sober, I gave a girl a do-rag. I was like, here you go.
Yo, you watched it?
Huh? It was freshly bought. It was a velvet.
I thought you tried to get him a used
Oh, a
one. I'm about to
velvet.
say,
No,
you
that's
crazy.
It was a
nice.
velvet. It was a purple velvet do-rag. And I was thinking,
That's fancy.
I thought I was with you. I was looking at it. I was like, dang, do I want to keep this or no? I give this away.
That's how you know it's a good gift. If you want to keep it, that's how you know it's good.
Nah, I didn't give you
No.
Don't put me in that.
Nah, we was together though. We was together when I went to go buy it.
I thought that was for you.
The second, I bought two. The second one wasn't gonna be for me. The first one was mine.
Okay, I remember that.
Yeah, so I just said that. I was like, yo, do I
So you
want
was like, yo, that's a cool do-rag to give to somebody.
Nah,
no,
I
good.
said, why did he buy two? I'm like, why do you have two for yourself? And he started laughing and just left.
That's your fault.
Let's put a bow on this. Let me wrap it up. For me, I'm complete opposite. I feel like I'm a really good gift giver. Because with gift giving, it comes to the process of actually knowing someone and actually being able to ask them those questions. And then with that, what questions do you feel like you have to ask someone, like when you're getting into a relationship? Like two or three questions that you'll feel like you'll have to ask them while you're getting into this relationship with them.
I see what you did there.
Like, what's the?
At first, thought he was about to low key be like, all right, let's blow this up. He's about to talk about, let me tell you what I got her. I thought he was about to do that. I was about to say, yo, he's
bro, a gift giver, so he had to put a bow in it. All right.
Y'all funny.
That was corny. I thought I was corny. That was corny.
No,
You are corny.
Shut up.
like don't forget who you are. Don't forget
Yeah, he cornier than me.
that was corny, but don't forget who you are. All right.
Corn chips.
Go ahead.
I forgot what I was saying. Oh, what are some questions that you ask when you're about to get into a relationship, like dating stage? Are you single? That's the number one.
Of course I'm going. What? I'm not going to push my
Listen, she took the easy route this time. You know what I'm saying?
Some people are not.
Man.
You really got to ask that question. Like,
But
are you
people don't be
single?
asking that question sometimes.
You just assume.
Yeah, that's why they be like,
Nah,
nah.
I do my research.
Single, safe, and healthy.
Single, safe, and healthy.
There you
Yeah.
go.
That's it.
Okay, that's a good mantra.
Oh, that's tough.
I think two questions that I think are important. If you're talking like if you're trying to get to, are you trying to get to know someone? Or are you in the really?
You're trying to get to know someone.
What are you looking for? Off the jump, like, you know, or just
What are your intentions?
I actually like my little side one is your influence. Who influences you? Because whoever you kind of like look towards, if you hear the person talk about somebody or it shows what they're thinking, who they look up to, or who they want to follow. Or like if you ask them, who is your inspiration, or somebody you look up to, who's your mentor, who's this, you kind of get an idea of what they want to be when they get wherever they are now. So having that conversation, and definitely the what are your intentions?
Right.
It's crazy because I didn't start asking what are your intentions until like after sophomore year. Thank you, by the way, for giving me that question to ask. Oh, no problem. Yeah, because I was jumping in. I was like, you know what?
Head first.
Usually,
no water in the pool.
usually I just wait for the question. I just like wait for the right moment. You know.
I'll be like, yo, where your head at?
I don't know. I don't care. At this point, I don't care what your intentions are.
Why?
Please elaborate.
What does that mean?
I mean, it doesn't matter to me.
We live in a society.
I live in a I live in a narcissistic world. I got a narcissistic, pessimistic attitude half the time. So I kind of just really don't.
But that gives you your outcomes. Like, you don't just care about the other person's attention. It's like you don't know what you get into.
Yeah.
Right.
And then now you probably gonna have to. But yeah, what is your question, you guys?
Are you single? Are you safe? Are you healthy?
Yeah, the healthy part, like, because like people don't.
Yo,
have
what's
the right
wrong
state
with
of
you?
What is no, I'm not. Like what
Right.
is healthy in what way?
So you dying?
mind. Like,
Are you sick? Like you got this like
Sure, 'cause I did know someone that had like I did know one person, one woman that had like I think it was not cancer, but it was something like along the lines of that type of disease. So I did have to ask. I did start asking questions. Are you healthy after that too? But like they're not like it wasn't healthy in that way. It was like because I can't trust people.
Are you trying to say?
So like, are you
Got it.
healthy in that? Like you don't got no
Got it.
like running
Or-
around doing this like.
And it also depends on what your intentions are. That
that's
will
what I'm
shape your
I
question.
basically
Yeah.
tell my intentions from the
Okay.
jump. Like
Yeah,
you know
like-
what I want.
Can I ask you a
Okay.
question? Is it hard to be if you don't trust anyone, why want a relationship?
What do you mean?
Like do you want a relationship?
I mean, eventually, yeah. When I actually find somebody that like could get me out of this type of mindset. But until
okay.
then, like, if it comes to a relationship, sure. If I feel you in that way, like, there's been times where I felt a female woman, and I ended up changing a little bit. Like, I still had a little.
It wasn't a little bit.
Yeah, I
You changed a lot.
I changed a lot. My mindset
Kane disappeared.
might have been like similar.
Kane,
not
like-
my actions was totally different. My
Kane-
actions was totally different. My
Oh,
actions was totally
yo,
different.
bro, I ain't seen K for like
Night
that
and day.
year, but I think he was at straight work there. I'm like,
That's
yeah.
fine. Like,
And that's
didn't
what I
mind
liked
not seeing
about it,
Kid,
right?
But he was happy though. Like,
Yeah, the
That's
thing is, it's
dope.
crazy because we was talking about it. I'm like, bro, like I'm cool with this. I'm totally fine with this. I'm like, bro, if he out here just doing
That's
his
a
job,
kid.
Because
going,
that was different. I usually disappear on them anyway, but like that.
Nah,
time,
that was-
I
No,
just
no, no,
disappeared and
that was a magic trick right there.
nah, because usually we all linked together and we in my camp. I'm like, yo, damn, you're the last time you see K. I'm like, he been with her. I'm like, oh.
Not even. Like, I seen Kate every day because she was up
yeah.
the street. Like, so it was just like, I'll walk over there. Yo!
He'll call me. I'll be right down the
But-
street.
I'm like, yo, come outside real quick. dab him up,
That's
make sure
dope,
he's
though.
safe, and I go about my business.
I don't think.
Like we used to live in the same city till that happened. Like,
But now I live in Africa, so
I
it's
ain't been
like,
in the city since then.
but so like broad question. So we talking about relationships, love, all of that, and the era that we're in right now is like, you know, social media, TV, you know, all of that has the music has such a big influence in what we do. So do you feel like all of that like confuses people, like gives people the wrong idea
100%.
about love and all of that?
100%.
Well, of course, movies messed this up. Like for the longest, it was like people are thinking of this like picturesque, like the Notebook kind of love. It's that dude that
What's
never
The
give up
Notebook?
on that one girl. Like you never watched the Notebook? I was forced to watch it.
The Notebook.
I never watched it. I know what it is, but I
Huh?
never watched it.
Nah,
You
I'm
will
not gonna
cry.
lie. It
No,
wasn't
you're
bad,
gonna cry.
though. Like I wouldn't watch it by myself, but I didn't mind it. I
Listen,
did
So
not
you
mind it.
shed a
you're
tear?
gonna cry.
You shed a
But-
tear?
Nah, I ain't shed no tears, bro. You bugging. But still, it's all that stuff messes us up when it comes to love because nobody really talks about how hard it is. Like you expect, it's like for some reason people expect that like, oh yeah, I fall in love at first sight. We talk, everything goes great. She gets butterflies, I get butterflies. We don't fight, we don't do nothing. It's just great love. We end up getting married, kids, and all that, and that's it.
The little
But that's
cans
not
behind the
it.
cars.
That's not it, bro. Like when you get to a certain age, you just realize that nobody's perfect.
There's a lot of ups and downs.
There's a lot of ups and
True,
downs. Life has a lot of ups
Definitely.
and downs, and so do your relationships, and you just got to be prepared for that. And
I feel like social media kind of advertise like this luxurious, you know,
They only show the
couples.
Good things.
It's like everybody be
Yeah.
looking at all these celebrity couples, and I'm like, bro, y'all not even in the same bracket. Like,
It's crazy. We was just talking about that.
they're in a whole different level. Like, that's how they can show themselves in
half of them
materials
don't
and stuff
even
like
be
Like,
that.
I want to be like Ken and Kira.
Yeah.
Wasn't Ken just cheating on
Like,
her?
I be-
Like,
yo.
calm down.
Yeah.
People be like, they want to be like Dirk in India, but
That's
Dirk got
not
8
you.
kids, and India's like, I'm like,
He got
damn.
8?
I think it's like 8 or 7 kids.
It's like 70.
On God.
No, I'm not. You want to be in that type of relationship, but hey,
I didn't know.
but look,
I just feel
Yo,
like
I'm happy that you brought that up because like it's like y'all want to be like Dirk in India, but like you gonna pull out that gun and you know somebody pull up in your house, probably not. So
yeah,
like,
but that's not the goals we looking for, fam.
yeah, I'm not saying that.
that's what society.
I'm not saying that, but it's just like you know,
No, I read that story and it was crazy when I heard it because like, yo, a lot
but
of people
it's
say
just
they want a girl like that.
but it's like the typical thing of like we want to be like this, but you're not really trying to
Yeah.
be like that because I'm explaining like that's exactly what they are. Like,
And that's
You won't be
exactly-
like Martin and Gina, right?
everybody want to be like Martin and Gina.
but Martin Gina kind of was a
Martin
little
and Gina
bit more
showed that
realistic.
There's more like the
Yeah.
ups and downs to stuff.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't even
They-
think. Go ahead.
no, you go ahead. Go ahead.
One of my biggest things with social media is that like it's like a pet peeve. When somebody breaks up, it's like, oh God, if they ain't make it, then I'm never gonna find love. And it's like they're not you. And they're not like, we're basing so many things off of celebrities who are human themselves, and it's like, I want this, I want that, and it's such a pet peeve of mine. Like now it's like, oh, we're only hoping on now one last couple on social media. If they don't make it, then we done. There's no such thing as love. And it's like, why is this person your definition of love? And I think what Berlyn said in the beginning about people change, we forget that though you're in a relationship, you're still evolving for your better self. So when you're in a relationship with someone and the person ends up growing to a different place that you met them, it's like, you're changing. You knew.
Right.
And it's, wait, that was the purpose, to get better. And if you don't accept it and it's like cut loose, like that's why I feel like in my opinion, that's why celebrities break up so much, because it's, we can't do this. This is not the person I met. This is not you changing. You're doing this, and it's,
It should be way too much stuff
people
behind
should
the
be able to
scenes.
change, but for the better. And celebrities, like that whole social media world is just dangerous, because people growing up, we got kids growing up basing their life and their love as two people just booed up, and that's not love.
Cause it's like you just looking at pictures, like
Yeah.
you don't know what's going on in the
Exactly.
background. And
You don't know
another
the
thing I
story
want to,
behind the picture.
yeah, another thing I want to say is I feel like people don't know how to like look at those things and really be like, all right, this is probably something I would like to see, but not on some like, all right, I need this now. For example, when I like, for example, when you look at the whole Will Smith, like Jada Smith dilemma, everything, I'm looking like, yeah, I want to be in that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You kind of like, instead of me just being on some like, oh yeah, they done. I don't know what I can do. I just look at like what happened.
That threw me off. Like,
that's what you more because everybody
perfect.
looked at it as like, yo, that's a perfect couple. But like there was things that if you really pay attention, you will understand that okay, there was a disconnection from the beginning. Now I'm not.
Can I say I also have a problem? I was gonna say, but I'm gonna say it. As much as we talk about love is hard work, it's also beautiful. So as much as it's like you don't see they don't show the ugly. Some of the smiles, like it is a beautiful thing. So as much as it's like you gotta do a lot of work, you gotta do a lot of work. You realize it's worth it, and with the right person, it's like it's work that I'm willing to do. So like I never want to like feel like one is more important than like it's work, but it's work that's worth it when you find the right person.
But I feel
So-
like if you like the fact that they focus on only the pretty things in a relationship, you kind of get drawn into the sense like, oh, I want that perfect fantasy relationship, and that's not realistic. It's not.
You're
nothing's perfect.
Well, that's why I like how you guys brought up Martin and Gina, and I like because Martin and Gina, yeah, they was like everybody's like, oh, this is what I want to be like, but they also showed you like not every relationship is perfect. You know, we have our. They done broke up like 6-7 times. They broke up, they got back together, they worked on each other, all of that, and it's just like.
But he still fought though.
Isn't that what I just said? Stupid?
My fault.
I mean,
So,
I feel
like-
like if you don't fight in a relationship,
Like,
at least a little.
He pull up on her when she was on a date. That's fighting,
But
bro.
shut up. But so I feel like people actually view it in the wrong way. The way I view it is like they're trying to teach lessons like not every relationship is perfect, whatever, blah blah blah. And it's like if that person is actually meant for you, they will like, you know, go through those hardships with you. And that being said, I'm gonna have to wrap up the episode with that. So thank you guys for coming. You know, I appreciate every time you guys come. Is always, you know, laughs and all of that. Do you guys have anything else you would like to say before we end the show?
I don't want to be cheesy. I don't want to be cheesy and say what I was gonna say.
Go ahead. Say it.
It's too late. You wanted to say it.
Say God is
No,
love.
I was just gonna piggyback off what you said. Yeah, love is hard work, but it's also worth it with the right person. So I mean, what's important is making sure that you find that right person, and also being that right person yourself, bro. Like,
Y'all gonna clinch hands now and just.
huh? No, we're not gonna clinch hands.
Yeah, gonna
man.
clinch hands
I just
first.
gotta make sure you idiots understand that it's not just about finding the girl who's gonna like sit here and be with you through everything. Nah, it's about being a good dude
I'm
too.
a terrible person.
Yeah, I'm a good dude.
You're actually not, and I hate it when you be doing that.
Swear to
When I'm single,
not.
I'm a terrible person.
So you're not gonna clinch hands and just like
bro.
put your
Get out
hands
your
up
bag.
and
Yeah.
power love, you know?
It's alright. One person I'll be worried about sometimes is actually low-key Tan.
I'm a
We
good
always
person.
about to.
I'm not saying you're not.
No, I'm
It's just
afraid like when you start driving, I'm
Alright, let's
terrified
wrap it up.
that one day you're just gonna fall asleep.
Nah, I don't.
behind the
I
wheel
really
or
don't
something.
think you're gonna be able to get your license.
Like,
when I
yeah,
really
bro,
think
like,
about
I'm
it.
really
nah, they definitely should not let you get your license.
Why not?
Huh?
You got narcolepsy, bro.
Narcolepsy.
Narcolepsy, fam.
I've been good.
Alright, we're not going back there. We're not going back there. You know,
No, I've been driving. I don't drive here, but in New York, I do. What's it called? I have like a spare car.
I mean,
Nah,
like, you
drive.
always got noise around you in New York, though.
Huh?
you know
So
what?
you can't go to sleep.
Wait, so you
You
have
can't go to
narcolepsy for
sleep
real?
because you
Yeah.
always about to
So
die in
you
New
never
York.
seen him
That's-
knocked out in church?
But who don't be knocked out?
Tam be-
There's a
You
different
know,
level. There's a
listen,
different level. There's a different level.
When he met
No,
Rodney, you know, he
like,
shook Rodney's hand and Rodney turned around.
No, like before I leave, like right when I leave the house, I'm already in the sleeping mood. I'm like, I don't want to do this right now.
That's not helping you.
He said,
Huh?
"I be
That
good."
doesn't help you.
So we're not gonna keep bashing Tan. You know, we just gonna end this episode off like this. We'll see y'all next time. DBD, you know me, stay different by default.